Hi, my name is Dan Pontefract, and this is my Leading Remote Teams series where I go through 10 specific techniques to help leaders lead remotely. In this particular episode, we're going to talk about how we can help team members and employees adjust to working from home in the event that you, your team, your organization now have to work from home as a result of COVID-19 and the pandemic. So just a few tips here in this particular episode in terms of what I think leaders could do. First of all, have a discussion about space. When people go home, and particularly for the first time in which that they haven't worked from home before, they don't know really where to work. So do they have an enclosed office? Do they have somewhere that's a safe space that a door can be closed? Have a conversation with them about the ergonomic considerations, right? Do they have a chair? Are they going to be sitting in a couch all day? Are there babies at home? Are there dogs? Are there neighbors? There's construction, right? There's all kinds of things to discuss about where that work is going to take place now, and you as a leader have to be proactive in that discussion, and maybe even if they're already sent home, still have that discussion to find out if there's a way in which you can provide any advice and consideration for them to, basically effectively work better from the space that they have. Now, what about the home work habits? So not homework, but home work. That is, doing the work from home. So again, the habits, they're different, right? Like now there's no longer a commute. So does that mean all of a sudden now people are going to work an hour more a day? No, I wouldn't suggest it because that kind of is morale killing, but you want to have an open dialogue about that. Maybe there's ways in which that individual employee isn't so certain about when it is that they should be engaging. Are they allowed to go for a walk? Like, are they allowed to leave their house? Not for pandemic reasons, but just, ultimately because they don't know, because, they've gone to the office every day. So all of these kind of where do I do the work and when discussions really got to be happening as a leader for you with the team. Now, I implore that you set up a way in which for you and the team or individual team members, kind of one-on-one, having virtual coffees, right? People go for coffee, they go for tea, they go for smoothies, they go for walks, right? That stopped, right? When people start working from home, then, that's not happening. So if you can encourage a way in which for people maybe, once a day, because everyone drinks a latte, I think, or a tea or some sort of water. So why not like at 10 o'clock or at 2 o'clock or every other day or to start the day? Get people informally chatting with one another over virtual coffees, right? That could be just on the phone, or again, in another episode we talk about technology, it could be using a webcam and thus some of the web meeting software that's out there. Leaders who are silent, whom don't engage with the team, aren't vocal, both synchronously with voice, obviously, and asynchronously on text, on discussion forums, and other technology. That's culture killer right there. You're going to have disengaged and frightened employees if you stay silent. But so too, if your team looks like they're silent, your job is to get them up and talking again. And that again may mean you might have a couple more meetings. That may mean that you're going to have to ask for Sally or Sandeep or Joey to actually speak in a meeting whilst they're working from home. That's what we need though. We need you to lead. We need you to draw out their silence so that they feel psychologically safe and that you care. Just because they're silent doesn't mean that they're not frightened. So if you can inculcate a culture in which it's virtually non-silent and thus vocal, it's going to go a long way to improving or at least keeping pace with your engagement. Exercise, okay, now you're working from home and maybe you're not allowed out in the city if your city is in quarantine. Find a way to help your team see that they should be doing exercise at home, right? There's no reason in this day and age, whether using a YouTube video or some of the apps that are out there, to do a 30-minute workout of some sort, even if you don't have weights, from the comfort of your own home. So be a leader that encourages that type of exercise with your team. That's going to be really important in this day and age. Breaks. Again, when you're working from home, I find that people that I've worked with in the past forget about the break. Forget about the fact that they should be taking 15 or 20 minutes, taking a lunch, or exercising during that lunch, or what have you. So again, just a reminder, get your people to be thinking that there is a need to take breaks in this way in which that we're working from home. And lastly, I can't say it more, I can't say it faster, I can't say it in a more concrete way. Engage with your people. However you do that, in fun ways, in serious ways, in proactive ways, in communicative ways, in ways that are online, in ways that are with a phone, in ways that are, maybe sending a gift card of some sort in the mail. Engage. Make sure they know that you're there. Make sure that they know that you care. Because when people disperse from working face to face, all of a sudden they're like, whew, what do I do now? And as a leader leading remote teams, they're counting on you to help them. So what you do to create an engaging atmosphere despite the fact that people are working from home is going to mean so much in terms of how productive your team is and how they remain engaged when they do eventually come back to work. My name's Dan Pontefract, and that was another episode in the Leading Remote Teams. Thanks for watching.